I heard that noise again. Did anyone else hear it's like a squelching sound? Maybe something squelchy has entered my computer. Sort of squelchy computer might. You say that computers get bugs, don't they? Maybe mine squelches around my microprocessors and silicone chips. Maybe it eats the silicone chips with silicone fish. Who knows? Now, this lockdown is getting to us. Good morning. All 21 of you who ever tuned in yesterday. I don't know, it's dwindling, isn't it? You're a bit of a hardcore bunch now. I don't care. Couple of things. Number one, great song today, by the way, before we do this day in history. Maybe not quite what you'd expect, but there is an underlying theme here. As you know, because I think you all got an email yesterday explaining quite clearly about Friday and our 75th anniversary celebrations for VE Day, which are very important, and normally we'd all be out there celebrating and things, but unfortunately we can't do it. It's a very important celebration because, of course, looking at it relatively, you could say that nobody wins a war, and there's a strong case for that, but the Great Britain, the British Isles, our forefathers won the war, and mothers, and it was a cause for extraordinary celebration, and you'll probably get a bit fed up of us adults talking about it. But one thing becomes apparent is that sometimes you lot get a little bit mixed up with D-Day and VE Day. Now, I looked this up because it's really interesting. D-Day was the 6th of June 1944. I know that because my granddad was killed on the 13th of June 1944, just off Omaha Beach. And he was killed by, not the Germans, he was killed by the Americans. An American destroyer shelled his ship. He was a captain of a ship, a merchant Navy ship, a cable-laying ship called HMCS Monarch. And the USS Plunkett bombed his ship and killed him. Whenever you hear the Americans go on about how they saved our in the war, just don't listen to them, please. My other granddad, who fought in Burma, he said that when there was going to be some trouble and people started shelling the Japanese, he said they'd listen to the plane. If it was an English plane, they'd all charge forward. If it's a Canadian plane, the same. But if it's an American plane, they'd all get in their bunkers and because basically the Americans, he said, were just appalling. They killed more of their own than they did anyone else. Anyway, enough of that. What matters is from D-Day, 6th of June 1944, to VE Day, okay, 8th, and it depends how you look at it, of May 1945, that's 11 months. There was 11 months of hard fighting in order to liberate Europe. It's an astonishing thing to remember, and that's a long time to wait. If you've kind of sent your 17, 18-year-old boy off to who's volunteered maybe to get. I mean, can you imagine that? I can't. There was a woman on Radio 4 yesterday who did exactly that, and then they played an interview with another boy. Well, he's 94 now, but he was 17 at the time, and gosh, 17. He was an amazing man. So I've chosen a great song. You're going to love this one. It's nothing to do with English, just playing a great song. I think lyrics are all to do with English. You need to study song lyrics sometimes. A lot of times they're appalling. This is a good one. Let's do the piano on this. Nice bit of drums to start with. You know what it is. What a song! What more can you ask for out of a song? Oh. It's a beautiful song. I can't imagine anything more heartbreaking than having that moment with somebody who's going to go away and fight. It would be truly heartbreaking. Who knows? And a lot of people did it. So let's remember them when we consider VE Day, because for many it was a moment of immense joy, and for others it was a moment of immense sadness. And I, for one, believe quite strongly that sadness pervaded and infected the nation for a good 50 years. It took at least 2 generations to clear that sadness out. And actually, ironically, even though we're going through strange times at the moment, you are the generation who thankfully is free from those scars. So even though you celebrate it, by all means do. It is very important to do that. But enjoy the freedom that people died for. Because that's why they died. They didn't die so that you could spend your life commiserating them and feeling sad and sorry. They did that. They made that sacrifice so that you could be happy and enjoy being free. Too right. Is my forehead bright red on this, by the way? Because I got sunburn yesterday. Wear your sun cream. Right. Very brief then. I am putting a shout out to Olivia again. She seems to get loads of shouts out, and this is why. So a lot of you have you either finished or finishing that first Sherlock Holmes worksheets, and I must apologise, I've not sent you the second one yet. But that's only because half of you were just saying, "Sir, I don't know what to do on this one," and the other half was saying, "Sir, I'm still doing the PowerPoint." So I'm not convinced yet we've reached that critical mass. But anyway, what Olivia's asking for, and I think this is a fair enough request. She's like, "Sir." What, Olivia? Well, I need some other stuff to do. Some fun project stuff. Well, I thought I've given you loads of ideas. So what I'm asking you lot to do is, let's give Olivia some ideas, shall we? On a postcard, on an email. Yeah? Fun ideas for the weekend, bearing in mind it starts tomorrow, because you are not at school tomorrow. It is Good Friday, and that is a bank holiday and an important holiday, so tomorrow you are putting your feet up. But if you want to do something fun on Good Friday, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a great idea. And if you want to do something fun and creative, and your name is Olivia, then let's think of some fun ideas. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go away right now. I'm going to think of fun ideas, and then I will send them out to you in an email. If you want to get on that email, okay, let me know your ideas, okay? Maybe what you're going to be doing, or what you think, what you'd like me to ask you to do. So, for example, I'm still getting robot pictures. I've got about 10 pieces of work that are so good, so fun, that I'm going to publish those as well, right? So, and a couple of those are like the Sherlock Holmes stories, the mystery of the Opal Tiara, which is fantastic. At this point, Adele gets a bit whiny. It's like, all right, Adele, I've had enough now. Yeah, we get it. Sure. Stop. Thank you. And let me know. So, how many ideas shall I put out? 10. I'm going to say 10 at 10, but no, it's tune in at 10. Oh, God, it'll have to be 11. I'm going to do 11 at 11. You've got till 11 o'clock to post me some ideas that I can put out there, so that when you finish your Speckle Band work, and officially you're not meant to be doing any other work until Monday, you can at least have fun and be creative. Okay? How's that sound? Sounds good, sir. Oh, I knew it would. Yeah. It's so good to hear your voices again. Oh, it's all silent still. Isn't it weird looking out of your window onto the street and it's silent? There's no traffic going past. Gosh. Okay. Right, there's a short one today because yesterday I went on for ages. So I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to expect a few emails, please, and then I'm going to email you back about 11 o'clock with some fun, creative ideas. What can you do this bank holiday? Okay.